And now for your weekly update from the YWAM Liberty. There's been a lot to do, so it's difficult to really explain all of the details, and I don't think you'd be very interested. Suffice to say, I've done a lot of shopping, some negotiating, and practiced people skills, and saw that the phrase, "You catch more flies with an ounce of honey than a gallon of vinegar," is certainly true. Also we got robbed. That probably would have been more exciting to start out with. Yeah, luckily it wasn't anything on the ship. We have several containers that are being kept by the dockyard, and a couple of them got broken into. They retrieved most of the stuff, but I think there's maybe 3 or 4 items that we didn't recover. And the things they stole were they must have had a vehicle or something, because it's like, they didn't just steal, they stole a toaster, obviously, that makes sense, but they also stole blankets, so, I mean, anyway, that's an odd thing to steal, because it's bulky and not terribly expensive. I guess they were just trying to get as much as they could. But yeah, like I said, they got most of it back. They broke the lock, so there's not a whole lot we can do aside to try to improve security. They were pretty beefy locks already. So we just replaced them, and not much more you can do, I suppose. So the other big update is that we will hopefully be going back into the water mid next week. Actually, they plan to go in on the 3rd, which is the day after I leave for Japan. That doesn't mean that we're going to be sailing that soon. It just means that our dry dock work, some of our major operations will be finished, and we are relatively close to being able to sail. It seems like there's always work to be done, but the major tasks, the replacing the steering gear and the drive shaft, putting the propellers and the rudders back on, all that's been done. So that's very encouraging. We do have, as you might expect, one small problem. We are missing a solenoid, which controls the hydraulics for the rudder, for the whole steering gear assembly in the back. So hopefully we get that soon. And if you remember what I spoke about last week about the paint potentially being toxic, it seems like that's not an issue, as I've not heard anything about it since then. As for the work I've been doing, it's just the same. It's somebody asks for something, and I do my best to get the money and get it onto the ship. That and whatever special orders people have for parts or tools or whatever, and then also for, of course, keeping the ship supplied with food. I'll be leaving for Japan for my vacation on the 2nd. That's Tuesday for us next week. It might be a bit of an adventure. I am staying for 16 hours in one airport, the Philippines airport. So, just prayers to keep me safe. And of course, keep the ship in your prayers and the crew. And thank you so much for your support. Goodbye.